Hello, hello, hello. It's Knits for Sanity and welcome to my channel. Today, you are joining me for a WIP and chat. WIP stands for work in progress, so please feel free to grab whatever project, chore, craft, hobby, whatever it is you're doing, and let me just chat with you for a while. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you are one of my regulars and one of my subscribers, I am so happy you came back. I love having you. All right, so I like to start every WIP and chat just kind of quickly going over what I'm working on, if it's something new, especially. And I do have a new project here that I'm working on. This one's going to take me a while. But you can't really see the image so well, so I will just show you in my diamond painting notebook, which if you're not aware, this is where I put all of my symbols in here, and this is what I reference while I'm doing my painting. I add an image of what it is that I'm working on. I try and include the title of the painting as well as the artist. I forgot to fill out my date started. Obviously it's blank, but I have started. And then I put down when I complete, and then I have other little notes in here, whether that's some critiques about the painting or things that I really liked about it, just some little notes that I also like to include on here. So this is the image, and it comes from JadedGemShop. And as you can see, it's called Blooming Alone. And I actually picked this out over Thanksgiving weekend, which if you are not American, that is the fourth Thursday of November. And I paused because it was actually on, I think it was on Thanksgiving, actually, that I made the purchase. I can't remember exactly how her sale ran, but I think I was messaging back and forth with Jade on Thanksgiving. Like, I'm not sure which one to get. But anyway, I loved this image. It was just one that I don't know, I felt it on a very deep level. It's Mental Health Awareness Month, I guess, is May. It's also VHL Awareness Month, which is the genetic disease that runs in our family. Not me, but my husband and 3 of my 4 kids. But anyway, having gone through a really dark time, I don't know, this image just really resonated with me. And so I was really eager to get started on it. This will be the first of Jade's paintings from her shop that I am actually working on. I do own a few of them, and I have a few more maybe coming. I do have actually a few more that have been shipped, and they will be here within a couple of days. And that was from a few months ago when her whole garage, her whole storage area flooded, and she had a flood sale. And I like to help out people in the community, and so I did order from her, just helping her try and get back on her feet. The flood sale, by the way, was hugely successful for her. As far as I know, she is doing great right now, but she also offers a very high quality product, and I have done unboxings of her in the past. So if you want to go and look at those, and then you can get a better idea of what this painting is like too, please do that. And if I think of it, maybe I'll try and link to that video in my notes below. All right, so that's my painting. My tools often don't change just because I like using what I use. I am still using the same pen from Jim's Handmade Pens. I do keep checking out Butterfly Effect Wares because I've been told that they can probably also give me, like, this pen is almost perfect. It is just about perfect for me. If I've stated before, if I could change anything, this would be maybe slightly fatter and only about 1/2 inch to 1 inch longer. Really even just 1/2 inch. Like, if it doesn't even need to come all the way out to where my single placer tip is. It could come out that far, but even just like right here. And I feel like that would be like perfect. And then just slightly larger. Just, maybe 3 to 5 millimeters fatter, thicker. That's it. But otherwise, this is nearly my perfect pen. So this is just what I keep using. I use a single placer and a 4 placer. That is what I prefer to use. And so I'm kind of boring that way. I'm sorry. It's just who I am. When I have something that works, that's what I will just keep going to. My little trash drill tray here is from Bella Art de Nicole. I love their stuff. I mean, if I had to pick my favorite drill trays, probably Muni Made and Bella Art de Nicole. Now, that's not to say that I haven't used some other awesome ones, but for like consistently producing something that is a pleasure to use and easy and looks nice, those are the two that I think are my go-tos most often. Like I said, I have used other trays from small businesses that I've really liked too, and I featured some of those. But this is their cute little trash drill tray. It is magnetic. And then this is their small drill tray, which this is really my preferred size. Muni made their small tray. Actually, I will show you. I have one of hers right here. So this is her small tray size. As you can see, Bella Art de Nicole is quite a bit smaller, but both of these I feel very comfortable using. Any larger than this, like even Bella Art de Nicole's large tray size, which, oh, I don't see one readily available, so I can't show you. But that's really kind of too big for me, and that's why I don't see it readily available, is because I don't use it very often. But both of these sizes work really, really well for me. I know there are people out there who, one of the problems they have with diamond painting is their tray isn't large enough. They like to be able to put a lot of drills in the tray and just keep working with the one color. And for me, I'm kind of, I guess you could say the opposite. I don't like having a large tray. It's more to handle. Not to mention I tend to be rather clumsy. So that's the potential for more drills to just go flying everywhere. And then my mud, I actually need to change out. I am going to try Miss Mary's Horchata Mary Mud here. So I'm going to work on doing that right now while I get started. Ooh, just dropped my tweezers. Here, actually, maybe I should show you how I do this. So I'm pulling out some old Mary Mud here, and I just kind of take my tweezers. And this mud, it's still fine. It still works, but it doesn't really smell anymore. And, you know, just change. I will say that the putty is one thing that I will keep changing and trying different things. Just because I like to do that. But when it comes to my other tools, I'm pretty boring. I just stick with what I know and like, and that's what I use. So I just take my tweezers and I try and dig out the putty in here. I will say, in some ways, putty is, if you're brand new to diamond painting, I would not use putty. In a lot of ways, it's probably the most finicky substance to use in a drill pen. It, you know, it can be the hardest to get in there. It can be the hardest to get out. Once you have figured it out, though, like once you have your method down, then putty can last a super long time, much, much longer than wax. And that is just my little insight on putty. All right, so once that is really pretty much cleaned out there, I mean, as you can see, this still has, I mean, there's a lot of stickiness left in here. I certainly could have kept using this, but like I said, it doesn't smell anymore, and I just wanted a change. So I just throw this away. I mean, you could be like really, really conservative and hold on to that little ball and reuse it. But yeah, I'm not going to do that. So we're going to break into this one, which, oh, I can already smell it. If you watched me do the unboxing on this, see, now I'm going to want cookies. Oh yeah. And it's tulip time in my hometown right now this week. This was maybe a really bad decision. Oh, I want those windmill cookies. Look how pretty this is, though. Look, it's all sparkly. Look at how pretty. I don't know why I'm whispering. It's just that beautiful. It requires whispering. It's so pretty. But yeah, when I did the unboxing for this, I realized it smelled just like a cookie from my childhood. So if you are like, what is she talking about? You should go back and watch that one too. See, this is why you need to subscribe, and then you can just like keep caught up on my videos and there won't be issues there. For me and putty, I typically only use putty in my multi-placer. I find that works best for me is just using it in my multi-placer. As you can see how I picked it up there, that works really great for me. It's in there pretty nice. As I paint or as I pick up drills, I will probably end up taking off a little bit more putty from the top. My single placer is currently a glue dot, and glue dots I really like in my single placer. Otherwise, just plain wax are usually my favorites for single placing. All right, so this will be kind of hard because I'm only right on the edge of this painting, so I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to watch me actually painting. I'll try and move my canvas a little bit here. But for me, it's a WIP Chat. I assume that you're doing other things, and so you probably aren't paying like really close attention to what I'm doing. At least that's how I watch other people's WIP Chats. This painting has been really interesting for me to do. The color palette is first, well, I mean, as you can see, it's very pink, and the whole canvas is very, very pink, which I'm not a huge pink person. So first, that's been very, very different for me. I have never, ever used so much pink in my life. But then also, I have trouble when I try and like find the color in my tray, almost because the colors are all so similar. I don't know. I don't know what I'm exactly trying to explain to you. So just never mind that part. But anyway, this is a lot of confetti in here, which if you are familiar with Jade's paintings, they do tend to be quite confetti heavy. But generally, I have found looking at other people's paintings it's confetti heavy, but in a productive way. You know, there are some companies that it's like they just use the computer program and there's no hand touching up that has happened at all. And it is unnecessarily confetti heavy. And Jade stuff, for the finished products that I have looked at, that does not appear to be the case with her. It appears to be confetti, but in a way that really does help accentuate all of the details. So, I'm back. So I had just started to talk about how it's been a long time since I've been able to do a WIP Chat, and it's just because life has been that crazy and busy. And then I start getting texts from my oldest daughter. So I had to deal with that for several minutes. Yeah, that's just life. And especially when you have teenagers, you just need to make the time for them when they have the time for you. That's just the way it is. She was texting me. It was right after school, and she was really stressed out about something. And I knew, I have to respond to this right now because I really can. I'm not in the middle of something that absolutely can't be put on hold. So I talked with her for a little bit, and I think things are a little bit better now. I hope. It is hard having adolescents. It's hard having these teenage daughters, but not, I don't say that intending to like scare anyone or speak like it's a bad thing having teens, young teens, adolescents, because it's not. They're also so cool. It's just amazing to see their individual talents and stuff. come out and shine and learn about them in a more adult way. You know, to see their adult personalities start to come out is so cool. I can't even begin to adequately or fully describe to you how cool it is. Actually, along that line, some of you may or may not have seen, which is why I'm talking about it, but my middle daughter, if you've been following along with me for any length of time, you know that she is maybe just a wee bit obsessed with wrestling, and perhaps I am as well. But my middle daughter in particular, she loves the sport of wrestling. She herself no longer wrestles. She has very severe and quite noticeable dyspraxia. I mean, to the point where she still kind of struggles to walk up and down bleachers. But the whole reason why she even got to know wrestling as a sport at all is because of the dyspraxia. I put her in wrestling as a preschooler to help with that whole mind-body connection, and it actually did wonders for her. I mean, just wonders. But she also totally fell in love with this sport. I mean, hardcore fell in love with this sport. And so she has been the manager of her high school team for several years, even though she's still only in 7th grade. And every summer, the team goes to a team camp in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. And last year, Veda went and wrote the coach who runs the camp, just asking and making sure that it would be okay if she went, and she observed, and he said yes, and he was happy to have her. And when we asked about it again this year, he was actually really excited. He wants her to come again. He's gonna put her to work. And so Veda was super excited, except we can't afford it this year. And you know, it is a true, genuine, we can't afford it this year. So I had to tell Veda that, and that never feels good as a parent. I mean, maybe other parents, it's not as hard or feel as defeating, or like you yourself are a failure as a parent, but for me, it does. It always does. So I did have to tell her that it's just not something that's feasible this year. We do not have the money. Well, she obviously was very sad to hear that. I mean, she was okay. She understood. But then she decided to take matters into her own hands. And this little stinker of a kid, she wrote up her own GoFundMe. And then she made a video about her GoFundMe, which is in my shorts if you want to go watch her video. Now, I, of course, did have to post her GoFundMe as the legal adult, and I did help edit her video a little bit. But otherwise, she has done all of this work herself. I know, you know, I have made my channel, and I've talked about it many, many times. I mean, this is not at all a profitable thing. It's just, there's no money to be had with me doing my channel, and that's fine. That's not why I created this channel. But if you feel so inclined, there is one way financially that you could really help me out, and that's by helping my daughter out. If you want to go check out her GoFundMe, you know, even $10 to put toward it would be amazing. She's at the point now, she has enough to cover the cost of the hotel, which was the really big thing, is we needed that covered. And she does have enough to cover the cost of a hotel now, I do believe. So provided everything else works out okay, I think she should be able to go yet. But if you would, you know, this is one time where I am going to say, you know, please really truly consider giving something financially. Otherwise, as for supporting my channel, very honestly, what means the most to me is when you comment, when you like my videos, when you subscribe. You know, that's the kind of stuff that actually means the most to me, and still really helps my channel out. Anyway, so all that I'm saying is I do really appreciate you guys who I know you watch regularly. You do like, you do comment. I appreciate that a lot. And that is truly what means the most to me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. But yes, now I am asking for money. Mostly not, I mean, it's not for me. It's, you know, it's for helping out my daughter, and really largely just so she feels valued. She's like, yeah, people do care. Definitely at least go and watch her short. She did a good job, and she recorded that while she was practically blind. Her glasses broke last week, and then when we went up to get them fixed, and of course, I mean, if you are not aware, we live in a pretty rural location, so to go anywhere for anything, it's a little bit of a trip. So we drove up to where we bought the glasses from. It's at a university, and we went there to get them fixed. And I had double checked online to make sure that they still had normal hours, because of course it's end of semester, and they still had normal hours and everything. So we drove up there, we get there, and the doors are locked, and there's a sign in the door that says, oh, so, you know, so sorry for the inconvenience, but we're closed for the rest of today. What? But my child is missing school, and I drove 30 minutes or whatever to get here, and you're closed? So her glasses did not get fixed that day, but then we did come home. Just a second, I need some coffee. But then we came home, and she had her script all written out. Actually, I ended up writing her final script for her because she had no glasses, based off from the rough draft she had, and then she dictated to me while we ate lunch. So actually, I wrote the final script, and then I read it to her a few times, and I wrote it larger so she could read it herself. Oh, thinking about it, yeah, she cannot see without her glasses, and her depth perception is horrible. But, you know, she studied her script a few times, and then she did record her video, and I helped her edit it, and she did a good job. She did a really good job. And then the next morning we did go and get her glasses fixed. So she can see now, in case you were worried. But yeah, it's crazy being a parent, guys. For those of you who are early in the journey, Godspeed. I remember those days too. There are some hard days then. Oh, hard, long days. I will say that as the kids get older, the days get shorter. And it's because you're so busy all the time. You're just so busy. But I do remember when the kids were little, and there were days that I felt like would never end. Looking at the clock going, oh my word, it's only been 45 minutes since the last time I looked at the clock. Oh. So let's see, this week is track meet Wednesday, which is tomorrow for me. And that will actually be daughter number 3's last track meet. But daughter number 1, she still has a track meet next week. And then, of course, we have track practices, and then daughter number 3 is in volleyball. She has volleyball practices, and her last set of games will be Saturday. Next week, the reason why daughter number 3 is not competing at the last track meet, which is like our conference event, or, you know, the big event where all the conference schools come together. Well, the schools in our conference, is because she and daughter number 2 will be on a trip to the other side of the state. Speaking of which, daughter number 2 is coming home right now. Hello, daughter number 2.
Hello there.
How are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I'm doing a WIP Chat. Do you want to say hi?
Oh yeah, hold on.
She says, hold on.
I'm coming. Hello there.
Do you want to tell them yourself about what is your fundraiser for?
Oh, for going to Camp Boudreaux. And so for going to Camp Boudreaux to learn more about like coaching and how to better coach by watching other coaches. And then any extra money that we raise will also be towards helping me achieve my coaching goal.
There you go. I don't know how much you guys caught of that, but she reiterated that it's for a camp called Camp Boudreaux. It's a team camp where she can go and observe how to become a better coach. And then if she raises any extra additional money, she's going to use that to continue her coaching education. So thank you, Vedabug. But yes, she and my youngest daughter are going on a bus trip to the other side of the state to a college over there. And it is like a women in STEM career thing. You know, I don't fully understand it, but I'm all for anything that is encouraging my daughters to be involved in STEM careers. So, all three of my girls actually were invited to go. And so daughter number 2 was invited because she's in an actual STEM class right now. And it was this teacher that found this event and organized for a set of girls to be able to go from the school. But then they also invited a few other girls, like any girls in advanced math classes. So daughter number 1 is in advanced math, and then daughter number 3 is actually in the same advanced math class as daughter number 1. So daughter number 3 wanted to go. Daughter number 1 decided she would rather do the last track meet, and that makes sense to me. And she does really love science. So, but she also is an artist. So I'm hoping she can find a really good intersection there where she can do both science and art together. And there's a world of possibilities within that. So I'm hoping she finds her own little niche. So that is why daughter number 3, however, will not be doing the final track meet next week. Son had his very last dance practice for the year yesterday. By the way, if you hear snorting and snoring, it is because the dog was able to now get back here into my office nook, aka the stink nook, because when daughter number 2 came in to talk to you, she moved the step stool, which serves as the door to my nook. And of course, Elfie, the dog, is not going to pass on the opportunity to be back here by mom. That's just not going to happen, is it, Elfie?
Elfie! Oh, sorry.
It's okay, Bug. Oh, okay. That's a planned for Tuesday?
Yes.
Okay.
You need to sign it, but I keep forgetting.
Okay. I will. Then Abby needs to get one for me too.
You can probably just cancel. Oh yeah, she needs to get one for you.
Because you all need your teachers to fill them out. Okay.
Yeah.
I can make a copy of it too, I guess. I'll do that. Okay. So yes, son. Sorry for the continued interruptions here, guys. Like I said, that's my life. But son had his last dance class yesterday, and he has dress rehearsal next week, and his recitals next week Saturday, and he is so excited. He has actually decided that next year he wants to be on a dance team. We got talking, and I asked him, what's your favorite part about football? It's the end of year dinner when you have like a pizza party and then you get a medal. Okay. What's your favorite part about wrestling? When we play dodgeball, which is used as a reward on the last practice of the week. Last thing they do if they've had good practices that week, they can play dodgeball. Okay, what's your favorite part about dance? Oh, well, I love the recital and I like learning new moves. Okay, so what I'm hearing is that your favorite parts of both football and wrestling don't actually have anything to do with the sport. But dance, your favorite part about dance is actually dance. And I mean, he's a smart 7-year-old boy. He's like, oh, I had never thought of that before. So while I am a little bit heartbroken because he was my chance at having a wrestler, and he might still be, I mean, he's only 7, he's only finishing up first grade. Next year he's doing dance. He is joining a team. It's actually called a Palms team. Which obviously is very girly sounding, and indeed he is almost certainly going to be the only boy. I actually did email the owner of the dance studio and ask, well, can my son join? Like, are you going to be okay with this? And she wrote back, oh, absolutely. We would absolutely love to have him. It's just, boys don't really seem to be interested. We have a really hard time attracting boys. And part of me is thinking, well, it's because when you walk in the studio, it's very, very girly. It's a lot of girl stuff. And I mean, it's a circle that just kind of comes back into itself, because how can you keep something really gender neutral when you are flooded with a bunch of girls, and what the girls want are, the cutesy dance wear with the sparkles and the bright colors. I mean, so it's like you do need to cater to your students, but then by doing that, then little boys walk in and it's like, no, thank you. This is a girls only club. So I mean, there's no good fix there. But anyway, my son is totally okay with knowing that he will probably be the only boy on the dance team. He is cool with it, probably because he only has sisters and he's done 2 years of dance already. He knows he likes it. He doesn't care. But this is so reminiscent from when daughter number 2 did wrestling and started competing. And there would be tournaments yet at that time where she would be the only girl competing. There'd be hundreds of kids there and I'd have the only daughter out there. And indeed, it is kind of funny. Where does this one go? See, I'm having, my own depth perception is bad when I put my little cases away. But I think, again, it's because the colors are all so similar that I don't see an obvious hole. But everybody remembered Veda, my second daughter for wrestling, because she was this teeny tiny cute little girl who came to all the wrestling events. So everyone always knew Veda. Well, now I'm having the reverse, but with my son. Last week, he was late getting out of one of his dance classes. And this woman sat down next to me, and my son comes bounding out of class, and she's like, oh, I remember him. He was in my daughter's hip hop class last year, and I am so happy to see that he stuck with it. And I said, oh yeah, this year he's doing tap and hip hop, and next year he might be joining a dance team. And she's like, oh, I think that's great, and good for him. And I just have to laugh. It's like, oh yeah, this is like deja vu, except in reverse. Now I have my son doing a very girl-dominated activity. Oh, I love my kids. I mean, I love them because they are totally okay with being them. Being who they are, doing what they want to do. And I mean, as a parent, seriously, could you ask for anything more than that? So he is really excited about that, but then that means he does have to take a certain class over the summer for dance. And yeah, I mean, we're just gonna have to try and figure this out. Financially, it only helps ever so slightly that he doesn't want to do wrestling or football, because those, of course, are the more affordable activities. Naturally, you know, my kid wants to do the most expensive one. But, you know, we'll figure it out. Somehow we will. We'll get there. Speaking of my son, he is like within 2 pages of being done with his immunity book. If you're new, the one thing my son wanted more than anything for Christmas was this book on the immune system that was not a kid's book. It is a full-blown 400 and some odd pages long book on the immune system. Now, it is written, it's not written like an academic work. It is written for the average person to read. But the average adult person to read, not your average first grader. But that's what he wanted more than anything for Christmas. So by George, that is what Santa got for him. And we are almost done with that book. My husband has been reading it with him every night. Almost every single night since Christmas. We are now approaching the end. When we ask him, well, what do you think you want to read next? His answer right now is, well, we could read this one again. You know, it's really, really long, and we could learn more by reading it again. Well, he is not mistaken about that. I'm sure we would definitely retain more doing a second read through. So I don't know. I will keep you posted. However, I did learn something that I feel I should pass along as another little PSA. There is no way to really boost your immune system. And so when you see all these products that claim to boost your immune system, it's a lie. No. And in fact, really, you don't ever want to boost your immune system, because boosting your immune system actually is deadly. You know, the worst, most potent diseases in the world can take days to kill you. Your immune system can do it within 15 minutes. So, yeah, that is a marketing ploy, and you should be aware of that. The best way to so-called to boost your immune system, which really means just keep it in good working order, you know, is by having a healthy diet. Eat a healthy, balanced diet. Don't smoke. Exercise. You know, all of the basic common sense things about living a healthy lifestyle. That's the best way to keep your immune system in really good working, robust order. That's it. So there you go. That's my little PSA that I have learned thanks to my 7-year-old son. I am looking. I'm starting to finally get done with this square. And I've been really good about, because it's so confetti heavy, you're bound to miss a spot when you work a color. And I have to like force myself to not immediately go and get that color and put that drill in. I'm trying to just keep working, and then at the very end, then I'll go through and I'll fill in all of those places that I missed. Kind of almost as a challenge for myself. Like, you know, we can do this. It's okay if we don't. Hold on. Hi, I'm back again. This WIP Chat is going to be, at first it's going to be a pain to edit, because it's going to be a lot of, oh, I have to cut this out because this interruption happened and then this interruption happened. That's, guys, but I think maybe you need to hear this. This is what my life is like around here. And this is just having one daughter a husband and the dog at home. Well, and our cats, but they don't. Now my husband's dancing. Just to be a distraction. He cannot dance, people. Let me tell you. But he tries, and that's why I love him. Oh, now he's waving. Okay. Yeah, so this just with not even having everybody here. But we have a super tiny house. My little nook is literally right in the middle of the house. Oh, but thank you. Here's my reheated coffee coming to me. I do love my coffee. Actually, I found a shirt for my son. I love it. It's and he gave me a little bit of his super dark chocolate. Now, you guys don't understand how dark this is, all right? 85% cocoa dark. All right, this is dark chocolate, which is why I have to take it with coffee. But then, so my first I have lost my mind video where I'm putting together this miniature set, I go into how to drink coffee and eat super dark chocolate. So I'm not going to do it again. Just know that if suddenly it's like noises of bliss, it's because I am consuming my chocolate with my coffee. Anyway, what color am I even working on right now? Where am I and what am I doing? What is going on? Okay, I'm actually done with this color. All right, right? Yes, I am. Okay, we're gonna put this one away now. Sometimes it's amazing I can remember anything. I'm telling you, people. Oh boy. All right, so let's find my next color before I try and move forward. 355. Okay, guess what? It's not pink. Look at, it's like almost a brick color. It's one of the few not pink colors in this kit. So what am I even talking about now? I don't even know. I have a whole list of things that like I just kind of keep putting down. Oh, I'm kind of surprised that Elfie did not stay outside. My middle daughter went outside. And, well, I know why he didn't. It's because she's not on the trampoline. Last week a day, she went outside when she got home from school, and Elfie was at the door crying. He wanted to go out. Well, then I had to go out. I had to bring something, I think, to the trash. And so I let him come out with me, and he comes running out, and he starts to round the corner of the house, and then he stops, and he is clearly disappointed. Very obviously not happy about something. And so I yell at Veda. She's out in our side yard, and like, hey, Veda, yell for Elfie. So she yells for him, and like he sees her and everything, but he's not going to her. So I thought, this is kind of weird. And then it came to me. I said, Veda, go run to the trampoline. And she's like, what? I said, just go run to the trampoline. So she went to the trampoline, and if you hear noises, that's the dog eating his lunch right now. So she runs to the trampoline, and as soon as Elfie saw that, he took off running. He loves when the kids are jumping on the trampoline. Just loves it. He loves watching them. He loves walking around underneath the tramp while they're up there. Oh, yep, that's exactly what he wanted. And then he was happy as could be. So that's why he came back inside, is because she is not on the trampoline. I think she's out there practicing jumping rope, which this is the same daughter. No, she's not. Where is she? She's sitting here.
Yeah.
Why are you lurking? What are you doing? She's not jumping rope. She's lurking.
Well, I was jumping rope.
Oh, she was jumping rope. But again, kudos to wrestling. That was one activity specifically. I remember being told when she was very little, she might never be able to really jump rope, and she can jump rope, right, Vedabug?
I'm not the best at it, but I'm kind of good at it.
Yeah, she can jump rope. I mean, she can do more than like just 10 jumps in a row. So, I mean, to me, that's pretty awesome. I think, how many can you do in a row?
I have no idea.
We counted last year. I thought it was like about 40 jumps or something. 32, 40? I don't know. But anyway.
Do you want me to go check?
Yeah, why don't you go find out?
All right, now hold on. So do you want me to just do like the single step or both feet?
I don't know, guys. What do you think? Single step or both feet? Both feet, right? We want both feet. Yeah.
All right, I'll go try that.
Okay, she's going to go try it out.
Let's know how many I can do.
Oh. See, this is entertainment right here, right? Tell me it's entertainment. Oh, this summer when the kids are home from school, actually, I think WIP Chat should be hopefully a little more peaceful. Because then I tend to do them literally in the middle of the night. I don't have the same kind of obligations during the day. Generally, I mean, it depends on the day because there's still stuff going on. But anyway, it's not quite the same. So I tend to stay up much later and I do my WIP Chats in the middle of the night. And then the dog is usually sleeping and not over here slurping and snorting up water. And now he has this toy that we put some of his food in that then he has to work to get it out. And by George, if you don't put his food in this toy, he gets very upset. So that's what he's doing right now. The children do occasionally still come out because, again, I have teenagers. And as you know, teenagers don't sleep. They're night owls. I mean, they do sleep a lot, just not at night. And that's part of their biology. So, but generally, it's a little bit more peaceful during the summer. I hope. All right, next color, 3326, which, look, is a pink. This is like a bright pink. Like bubblegum pink. Oh, but now I don't even remember. What was this? What am I doing? I think 3326 is like, it's the question mark symbol. Okay. Oh, I'm losing my mind. I swear. And I have no idea how long this WIP Chat is going to be because I've had to keep like stopping the filming. And then there's parts that I'm still going to have to edit out because of all these interruptions. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, guys. I don't know what you're going to get. I don't know what the end product is going to be. Sorry. What else? I mean, there's so much going. I don't know. It's just been so crazy. I feel like I've maybe covered most of I mean, are there really important things that I ever really need to talk with you about? I don't know. It's just always so zany. Zany. So, but yes, let's see. Wrestling camp is coming up, which hopefully that's going to work out. Son with dance. My oldest has her 8th grade celebration coming up very soon. And then she's going to be a full-time high school student next year. Next year's going to be crazy. I will have all 3 of my girls will be at the high school for something. And I'm not ready. I'm not ready for that. My oldest will be there, of course, full time. And then number 2 will be there for 2 classes. Am I putting these down for the right symbols? Hold on. I think I am, but I need to double check. I am. Okay, we're good. All right. My middle will be there for 2 classes, and my youngest will be there for 1 class. And my son will be in a new building because we are finishing up building a brand new elementary school, which will be really, really good. It's going to be on the same campus as the high school and the middle school. So all of the buildings will be all together now. And right now, the elementary school is split. It's K through 2 in one building and 3 through 5 in another building. And now they will all be together. It's just going to be really, really nice. having everyone on one campus. And if you're like, one campus, what? Clearly you live in a much larger school district than we do. But when you have a smaller school district, it's really, really helpful having everybody all together. So really excited about that. And for a long time, he was super duper confused because he kept thinking that he was going to a new school. And he didn't want to go to a new school. He liked his school. And I kept trying to explain to him, well, no, it's just a new building. It's not really a new school. All the teachers will be there, the same kids. It's like they're taking everything from your building right now and just putting it into a brand new, nicer building. Well, now I think he finally gets it. So every time we drive past it, he's always excited, like, oh, that's my new school. And all they have to do now, Mom, is they just have to finish painting. And like, he has all these fill-ins. I don't know if they're true or not. Just like yesterday, we were coming home from dance class and he is talking a mile a minute and he's telling me something about there's like, you can count to 12 on your fingers, which I assume he means like if you count like your joints, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and don't count your thumbs. But then he's going on about all these different things about that's why we have 12 months in the year. I don't think so, but I don't know. It was all about the number 12, which then became about the number 24, which then became about the number 48. And I'm just trying to listen to Dinosaur Jr., He's going on and on. But yes, so every time we pass by his new school, which you can see from the interstate, he's very excited about it. So I think we're good. Okay, Veda is back with the answer.
22.
22? I'm disappointed, Veda.
What?
I thought you could do like 32. Well, still, good job. Everyone applaud for Veda. Woohoo! I mean, that's more than I could do. Let's be honest. I couldn't jump 22 in a row. So, good job, Veda Bug. We're all proud of you, right, everybody? Say you're proud.
Yes, they're proud.
How come you don't fit where you're supposed to fit? Okay, you do. All right. I think I have probably more than enough footage, and it just keeps getting crazier and crazier, and I have to leave to pick up children from track. So I think I need to be done with this WIP Chat. And like I said, I don't know what you're going to get for the end product because it has been chaotic. And this is why there has not been a WIP Chat in a while. But anyway, and I got an extra drill hanging out here. I'm not going to put it away. We're going to put it in there. I'm being lazy. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. If you would, please like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't before, comment below. I didn't even get to do a community question today because there were so many interruptions.
Oh, I'll give you a community
Wait,
question.
Veda has a community question.
What is your opinion on pasta?
What is your opinion on pasta? There you go. Community question right from Veda. She's going to want answers, people.
Yes.
So, yes, she does. So, you're going to have to provide her with answers. What is your opinion on pasta? Write it in the comments below. What is your opinion on pasta, Veda?
Tastes good.
It tastes good. All right. My opinion, I like pasta. What's not to like about pasta, right? I guess. Like, I don't know what else to say about it. But if you happen to have strong opinions on pasta, let us know. Otherwise, just tell us your favorite pasta dish, maybe?
Mine?
Yes, Veda?
Is probably buttered noodles.
Buttered noodles. Veda does love buttered noodles a lot. Pretty basic. Nothing wrong with that.
Tastes good.
Does taste good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right, so I guess there you go. Community question did come in at the very end here. So if you're still here, definitely respond to that community question. I love a really good spaghetti. I just do. I've always really loved a good spaghetti. But an eggplant parmesan's yummy. There's all kinds of different things. Anyway, like I always say,
Mom.
wait, no, we have more.
No, I've come up with another pasta dish that's really good. Chicken parmesan.
Chicken parmesan. Okay. Veda likes chicken parmesan a lot. Yeah, she's my meat eater. Eggplant, why would we go with eggplant when we can do meat? Yeah. All right. Anyway,
Goodbye.
thank you.
Have a great day.
That's our final interruption. But like I always say, please practice kindness. When you're out and about, when you're carrying on in the world, even via email, whatever, text message, just be kind. You never know what someone's going through, so just practice kindness. It's just better in the long run. And I hope that in return, you are shown that same degree of kindness. And I hope that you're having an absolutely wonderful day. And I'll see you again real soon.